Welcome to Live and Learn English, where real conversations meet real American culture. In today's episode, you'll join Leo, a newcomer from Brazil, on his very first day at a U.S. office. As he meets Amanda, a friendly coworker, you'll experience how Americans use small talk, workplace etiquette, and kindness to make others feel welcome. Listen closely to the phrases, tone, and cultural cues, and don't worry, we'll keep it clear, natural, and easy to follow. Let's dive in.
Hi, you must be Leo, right? I'm Amanda. Welcome to the team. It's so great to finally have you here.
Yes, that's me. Hello, Amanda. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm Leo.
Don't be nervous. Everyone here is really friendly. We've all been looking forward to you joining us. How was your trip over? Did you find the office easily?
The trip was long, but good. And yes, the instructions were very clear, so I found it without any trouble. Thank you. It's my first time working in an American office, so I'm a little excited and a little nervous, to be honest.
Oh, totally understandable. But honestly, there's nothing to worry about. We're a pretty relaxed group. I remember my first day here too. Just take a deep breath. We're all here to help you get settled in.
That's very kind of you to say. I appreciate it.
Of course. So, are you ready to dive in? I can show you to your desk, and then we can take a quick look around the office.
Great. Follow me, Leo. Your desk is right over here, by the window. We tried to get you a spot with a nice view.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. This is a very bright space.
It is, isn't it? So, this will be your home base. Your computer should be all set up, but let me know if anything looks off or if you need help logging in. IT is just down the hall if we run into any issues. We can get you set up with your email and internal systems a bit later, after you've had a chance to breathe.
Perfect. Thank you. Everything looks good so far.
Good. Now, for the essentials, let's do a quick walkthrough. First up, the break room. It's just around this corner.
This is where we keep the microwave, refrigerator, and usually some snacks. Feel free to bring your lunch and store it in the fridge. Just make sure to label it with your name so no one accidentally takes it. It happens sometimes.
Good to know. I will remember to label my food.
And right next to the break room, we have the coffee station. This is a very important spot, especially on Mondays. We have a few different coffee makers, tea, and all the fixings sugar, creamer, alternative milks. Help yourself whenever you need a pick me up.
That's great. I drink a lot of coffee.
You'll fit right in then. And the restrooms are just past the coffee station on the left. The women's is here, and the men's is just opposite. Anything else you're curious about right now? Like where the printer is or the supply closet?
No, I think this is a very helpful start. Thank you for showing me around, Amanda. It helps a lot.
You're very welcome, Leo. It's my pleasure. So, speaking of the break room, let's talk about lunch. How do you usually handle lunch? Do you prefer to bring your own or do you like to go out?
Well, in Brazil, it's very common to go home for lunch if you live nearby. Or we have many small, affordable restaurants with set menus. I'm not sure how it works here. What's the usual custom in an American office?
That's a great question. Here, most people either bring their lunch from home and eat in the break room, or they head out to one of the many restaurants nearby. We usually take about an hour for lunch, anywhere between 12 and 1 p.m., but it's pretty flexible. Some people take it earlier, some later. You just coordinate with your team.
An hour sounds good. Is it common to eat with colleagues?
Absolutely. Many of us eat together in the break room, or we'll form a small group and walk over to a restaurant. There are a ton of options around here. If you're looking for something quick and casual, there's a great deli just 2 blocks down that makes amazing sandwiches. For something a bit more substantial, there's a really good Thai place and a nice American diner, both just a 5-minute walk away.
Thai food sounds delicious. I love Thai.
Perfect. We'll have to grab lunch there sometime. And besides lunch, people usually take a few short breaks throughout the day. maybe to grab more coffee, stretch, or just step away from their desk for a few minutes. It's very informal, no set times, just whenever you need to recharge.
That's good to know. It helps to understand the flow of the day. So, no need to ask permission for a coffee break.
Not at all. Just make sure your work is getting done and you're good. It's a pretty relaxed environment in that sense. We trust everyone to manage their time.
That's very different from some places I've worked. It feels much more open. What about general communication? Do people mostly use email, or is it common to just walk over and talk to someone?
That's an excellent question, Leo, and it's a big part of how we work here. For quick questions, or if someone is just a few desks away, it's very common to just walk over and ask. We also use an internal chat system for quick messages or sharing links.
However, for anything that needs a formal record or something that isn't urgent and requires a more detailed explanation, email is definitely the way to go. It really depends on the urgency and the content. If you need to make a request that requires approval or shared decision, always put it in an email. It helps everyone keep track.
So, if I have a quick question about a project, I could just go talk to my team leader.
Exactly. If they're at their desk and not in a meeting, just walk over. Most people appreciate a quick in person chat for minor things, especially if it saves them an email. It helps build rapport too.
That makes sense. It's good to know when to use what. And speaking of the office environment, I was wondering about the dress code. Is it very formal here?
Oh, good point. You'll find it's generally what we call business casual. Most people wear things like nice jeans, khakis, or dress pants, with blouses or button down shirts. Sweaters are common in winter.
You won't see many people in full suits unless they have an important client meeting. We like to be comfortable but still professional, so no need to worry about wearing a tie every day, unless you want to.
That's a relief. In Brazil, depending on the company, it can be quite formal, especially for first impressions. So, no suits for everyday work?
No, definitely not for every day. Just think neat, comfortable, and professional. If you have any doubt, it's always better to be a little more dressed up than too casual, especially when you first start. But honestly, most people are pretty laid back about it as long as you're not wearing shorts and flip flops. Oh, definitely not shorts and flip flops, unless it's a very specific casual Friday, which we don't really have here. But speaking of settling in, how has the move been for you, Leo? Brazil to here is quite a journey. Are you finding your way around the city yet?
It's been an adventure, for sure. I arrived about 2 weeks ago, so I'm still exploring. The city is much bigger than I expected, and the public transport is quite different from what I'm used to, but I'm getting there. I found a nice little coffee shop near my apartment that reminds me a bit of home.
That's great! Finding those little comfort spots makes a huge difference. What have you managed to see so far? Or what are you hoping to do this weekend? Any plans to explore more?
I've mostly been busy setting up my apartment and getting ready for work, but I did go to a park last weekend. It was very green and peaceful. This weekend, I was thinking of perhaps visiting one of the museums downtown, if I have time. I enjoy history and art.
Oh, you're in luck then. We have some fantastic museums. The Natural History Museum is always a hit, and the Art Institute has an incredible collection. If you like history, there are also some really interesting historical walking tours you could do, especially since the weather is so nice right now.
That sounds wonderful. I didn't even think about walking tours. I'll look into those. It's a great way to learn about the city's past. Do you have any favorite spots you like to visit on the weekends?
Absolutely. My husband and I love hiking, so we often head out to some of the state parks just outside the city. Or if we're staying in town, we like trying new restaurants or catching a live music show. There's always something happening here, which is one of the best things about living in a big city.
Live music sounds fun. I enjoy all kinds of music. I'm really looking forward to experiencing more of the local culture here. This city seems to have a lot to offer.
It really does. And it's fantastic to hear you're excited to explore. But hey, let's circle back to your first day here. Do you have any questions at all about getting settled in or anything that's popped into your mind so far? No question is too small, especially on your first day.
Thank you, Amanda. You've been very helpful. I think I have a good idea of the basics now. Just one thing about the computer setup. Will someone from IT come to help me log in and get everything installed? Or is there a guide I should follow?
Good question. Yes, our IT team is usually very proactive. Your manager, Sarah, will introduce you to Mark from IT, who will help you get set up with your login credentials, email, and all the necessary software. He's usually pretty quick, so you'll be online in no time. If you run into any issues later, don't hesitate to reach out to our IT support desk. The number is usually on a sticker on your monitor, or you can find it on the internet.
Perfect. That makes sense. I just want to make sure I'm ready to start as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Everyone understands it takes a little time to get everything sorted on day one, so once Mark helps you out, the next step will be a brief meeting with Sarah, your manager, to go over your initial tasks and priorities for the week. She'll also introduce you to the rest of the team officially. They're all really looking forward to meeting you.
I'm looking forward to meeting everyone too. Thank you again for everything, Amanda. You've made my first hour much less stressful.
Of course, Leo. That's what we're here for. My door is always open if you have questions or even if you just want to grab a coffee or chat. Don't feel shy about asking for help, especially in these first few weeks. It's a lot to take in.
I appreciate that very much. I will definitely take you up on that offer.
Great. Well, I'll let you get settled in for a few minutes before Sarah comes to get you. I'm just down the hall if you need anything at all before then. Welcome aboard, Leo. We're really glad to have you.
Thank you, Amanda. It's good to be here.
Thanks for listening to Live and Learn English. We hope today's conversation gave you a better feel for how real Americans talk at work and helped you pick up some useful phrases along the way. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who's also learning English. And don't forget to check out our next episode where we explore another everyday moment in American life, one conversation at a time. See you there!